Good evening, Cedar Falls, and welcome to this regular Cedar Falls City Council meeting for October 3rd, 2022. I'll now call this meeting to order with a roll call from Madam Clerk.
Schultz.
Here.
DeBoer. Here. Cruz.
Here.
Harding.
Here.
Ganfield.
Here.
Sires.
Here.
Dunn.
Here.
All members present, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. And now if we can recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I have with us tonight some officers or firefighters from Cedar Falls Public Safety for Fire Prevention Week, and they're going to lead us in the pledge as well.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. So next on the agenda is the approval of the minutes. Is there a motion to approve our meeting minutes for September 9th?
Second.
Motion and seconded?
And Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
Just one quick correction on there. On item, I apologize, I'll get back to it. On line 53979, there was just one correction. In the nay was Schultz, DeBoer, Ganfield, and Sires. That was misprinted as Dunn. Just one correction.
Okay. So any, is that I guess a friendly amendment? Do we need to approve
We need
the
to
change
officially
to that?
correct it.
Okay.
So I
Second.
move to amend.
Approve as amended? Or no, we have to amend it first?
Yep.
Okay.
I move to amend the minutes on line 53979 in the last mention of Dunn to replace with Sires.
Okay. So it's been motioned. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so that amendment is in place, and now we go back to the original item. Any comments from the public about the minutes as well? Okay, so that's been motioned and seconded to approve the minutes with the correction, or with the amendment. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Okay, so that passes, and that takes us to agenda revisions. Madam Clerk, do we have any agenda revisions tonight?
Point of order.
Yes.
Will we still, did we just vote on both, or we just voted on the?
We just
Okay.
have 2 votes.
Never mind. Sorry. I guess I just, that went so fast.
Trying to get you out of here.
I know. There you go.
Okay, so
And-
Madam Clerk.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. We did receive a request for an additional proclamation for Energy Efficiency Day on October 5th.
Okay, thank you very much. So unless there's an objection from council, I'll read that proclamation tonight. And that's for CFU. That was my fault. I didn't get it in time on the packet, and I apologize for that. So if no objections, then moving forward, going to those special presentations, we have 3 tonight, and I'll go to the podium to read those. So I'm very happy to have our first Leader in Me Week proclamation for the first Leader in Me Week. And we have with us Dr. Melissa Reed from Leader Valley, the Executive Director, and Nicole Hackman, who's the Director of Fundraising and Development for Leader Valley. So I'll read this where it says, Leader in Me Week, October 3rd through 7th, 2022. Whereas Leader Valley is a not-for-profit initiative designed to help Cedar Valley students and residents develop the 3 C's of leadership: character, competence, and contribution. And whereas Leader Valley's Leader in Me program equips educators to be leaders and to foster leadership among students, helps students to develop soft skills they will need for a lifetime of effectiveness, develops the talent that our local businesses need to remain viable, and transforms school cultures with an emphasis on leadership development. And whereas during the current school year, Leader Valley will partner with more than 1,400 educators and reach over 11,800 students in 26 Cedar Valley public and private schools in this outstanding leadership development initiative. And whereas during the first full week of October, students, families, educators, businesses, and community members are celebrating the impact of the Leader in Me program across the Cedar Valley. Now, therefore, I, Robert M. Green, Mayor of the City of Cedar Falls, do hereby proclaim October 3rd through 7th, 2022, as Leader in Me Week throughout the city, and I encourage Cedar Falls residents, businesses, and organizations to join me in actively supporting the efforts of Leader Valley to develop the next generation of business and community leaders through the Leader in Me program. And I further encourage residents to seek opportunities to participate in this important collaboration for the future economic and civic vitality of our community. Signed this 28th day of September 2022, Mayor Robert M. Green. So congratulations. I'll get the mayoral picture here. And you have a few words for us, if you'd like? Sure.
Hi, thank you for the time. I'm Melissa Reed. And listen, we have been on a journey. I don't know how much you know about Leader in Me, but 10 years ago, just a little over 10 years ago, we started piloting Leader in Me at North Cedar Elementary. And 10 years later, we're now serving 26 schools and 11,800 students. Our goal is to reach all 34 metro schools in the Cedar Valley. And this was really born out of the need that our business community identified in terms of adequately preparing our future workforce and our future community members with leadership and employability skills. And so we're super proud of the work we do, and we are very appreciative of your support and the opportunity to shine a little light on Leader in Me.
A little bit about Leader in Me Week. So this is the first year we've dreamed this up. We wanted to show unity and leadership in the Cedar Valley. So we serve 6 different districts across the Cedar Valley. Public, private, Cedar Falls, Waverly, Waterloo. Just wanted to really unite all of our schools in celebrating the impact of leadership and involve the community in that. So we invite you to be a part of celebrating leadership by checking out Leader Valley's website, leadervalley.org. Our Facebook page will be sharing all of the things that our schools are up to this week. Today's theme was a rainbow of leaders. So the schools all wore different colors and had some cute rainbow pictures going on. And it really takes community support to make this all happen. So if you're interested in volunteering, donating, talking to us more about it, we invite you to do that. that, there's a contact form on our website, and Melissa and I are also here to chat. So thank you so much.
Our second proclamation tonight is for Fire Prevention Week. We would like to have our officers come forward. So with this proclamation, I'll read tonight. October 9th through 15th, 2022 is Fire Prevention Week. Whereas structure fires are a serious public safety concern across the nation because homes are the locations where people are at greatest risk from fire. And whereas the National Fire Protection Association has determined that 356,500 home fires caused 2,580 civilian deaths in 2020 alone. And whereas smoke alarms provide warnings to residents well before our own senses can, particularly when sleeping. And this warning is essential when the time available to escape may be as little as 2 minutes. And whereas Cedar Falls residents who have planned and practiced a home fire escape plan are more prepared and will be more likely to survive a fire. And whereas it is vital that smoke and carbon monoxide alarms meet the needs of all family members, including those with sensory or physical disabilities. And whereas the Fire Prevention Week for 2022, which is the 100th year of this celebration, is Fire Won't Wait, Plan Your Escape, and is designed to encourage residents to take personal steps to increase their safety from fire, especially in their homes. Now, therefore, I, Robert M. Green, Mayor of the City of Cedar Falls, do hereby proclaim October 9th through 15th, 2022 as Fire Prevention Week throughout the city. And I urge all residents to ensure everyone in their home can recognize smoke and carbon monoxide alarms and can prevent, respond to, and escape from a home fire. And I further encourage all residents to continually practice the fire prevention measures being broadcast by Cedar Falls Fire Rescue and other agencies during this week-long safety campaign. Signed this 12th day of September 2022, Mayor Robert M. Green. So very happy to present this to you. The picture as well. So we got Nicole here. And you have a few words. The floor is yours.
I didn't know if John was going to say something or not. He's more eloquent. Thank you very much for giving us time for this Fire Prevention Week proclamation. As you just heard, this is the 100th anniversary of Fire Prevention Week. It's always celebrated the week of October 9th as commemoration for the Great Chicago Fire of 1871. During that fire, more than 250 people died and it destroyed more than 17,000 structures. Today we remember those lessons of the past and look for a safer future. For more than 40 years, the Cedar Falls Fire Department has been around and we have brought our community the lessons of fire safety. Many of the lessons spoke about smoke alarms and teaching the families about learn not to burn. This year's theme, as Mayor Green just said, Fire Won't Wait, Plan Your Escape. It's designed to raise the awareness of escape planning and the value of smoke alarms in the community. Cedar Falls Fire Rescue is going to connect in the community in a variety of different ways, including a sidewalk art contest this year for elementary students in Cedar Falls. If you wanted to contact Cedar Falls Fire Rescue for a presentation, for a tour, or whatever it would be, please call us at 319-273-8612. On your desk there, you'll see that the fire department has just finished up, with the help of the graphic people in our city, what's going to be given out to the elementary students to announce the sidewalk art contest. And what they're going to do is they're going to take a picture of their fire prevention display on their driveway, and then they'll email that to us, and we'll have some judging going on there. We're going to work with the Hearst Center this year also to help us promote this and have them help us with some different methods of getting to the community. I'm actually going to call out Mayor Green here a little bit, and I'm going to ask maybe he can help us with connecting with some of the community organizations in Cedar Falls to some of the neighborhoods to try and get the word out too and broaden our base of connections. So thank you, Mayor Green.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you for coming in. And finally, tonight we have Energy Efficiency Day. And Mike Litterer, if you'd like to come forward for this proclamation. Mike's here on behalf of CFU, representing CFU General Manager Steve Bernard tonight, who couldn't be with us. So our proclamation tonight reads, whereas energy efficiency is the art of getting the same or better performance using less energy while cutting utility bills for residential, business, and industrial customers. And whereas affordable, reliable energy is vital to our economic prosperity, and energy efficiency is the most productive and cost-effective way to meet our energy needs. And whereas implementing clean energy policies and programs helps boost economic opportunities and job creation while continuing to move toward a sustainable future. And energy efficiency saves U.S. energy customers billions of dollars on their utility bills annually. And whereas smarter energy use reduces the amount of electricity we need to power our lives, which helps climate. And whereas more than 2.2 million Americans work in the energy efficiency sector in local, good-paying, clean energy jobs that can't be outsourced, and increasing efficiency will create more of these jobs. And whereas Cedar Falls utilities and Cedar Falls residents have been actively engaged in energy efficiency efforts since the 1970s with notable successes. And whereas, together the residents of Cedar Falls can continue to contribute to our sustainability efforts by learning more about energy efficiency and practicing smarter energy use in our lives. Therefore, I, Robert M. Green, Mayor of Cedar Falls, do hereby proclaim October 5th, 2022 as Energy Efficiency Day in Cedar Falls, and urge all Cedar Falls residents to learn more at www.cfu.net/save-energy and energyefficiencyday.org. And to join in the city's efforts to achieve clean energy goals for the sake of future generations. Signed this 28th day of September 2022, Mayor Robert M. Green. So Mike, congratulations.
All right, thank you very much.
And you have a few words for us tonight?
Just to say thank you for your support. Energy efficiency has been important for CFU for decades, since the 1970s. It's not going away. We're going to continue to make that a priority here in Cedar Falls so that we can save customers and the utility energy, and it helps lower our emissions and things in the future. So thank you very much.
Thanks again, Mike.
Yep.
So now, moving us out of special presentations, we go into public forum, where speakers will have one opportunity to speak for up to 5 minutes on topics relevant to city business. Is there anyone from the public who wishes to speak tonight in public forum? Yes, ma'am. Welcome to City Council. Just provide your name and address for the record, please, ma'am.
Hi, my name is Linda Minicus, 1626 West Lone Tree Road, Cedar Falls. I just came to ask you to reconsider your parking situation down here. I have been aware of the businesses and the employees being ticketed for, ever since you started doing that, a year, whatever it's been, if they do not move their car within 3 hours. Just to give you an idea of where I'm coming from, we as a group came down Saturday. I parked on 3rd Street in front of the bank, and there was myself and 3 other ladies alone in my car. One was from out of state, one was from Cedar Falls, and one was from Waterloo. The other cars parked someplace else, and they also had visitors with them. We did our shopping. We enjoyed martinis for several hours, and then the group met with the men came down then at 7 o'clock and met for dinner. I received a ticket for parking more than 3 hours. And I don't want you to miss my point here. I do not want to have the ticket dismissed. I do not want to be reimbursed, which Councilman Sires has suggested he do. My point is why would I want to move my car to give that space to somebody else when we, as a group, spent well over $1,800 Saturday? down here. It makes absolutely no sense to me. Plus, in addition to that, we have spent 40 to 50 years trying to bring in all of this, you know, traveling, groups of people. We bring them in to ticket them. If they come down and enjoy our city, it's not common sense to me. So my suggestion is we have buildings that the city owns or could rent out to replace the revenue that if you do away with the ticketing of people, you know, that come to enjoy our city. If we could rent out spaces, or if we could sell a building, if we could sell one of the buildings that we're not using, like we have a fire station out on Lone Tree Road that is used very little. And, you know, that would save insurances, property taxes, and the expense of the building, upkeep, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it was just my suggestion that it seems counterproductive as a citizen of Cedar Falls to try to bring all these people in and then ticket them. I don't know why I would want to move my car for somebody else to come in and park there. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Minikis. Appreciate your comments. Does anyone else wish to speak in public forum tonight? Okay, seeing none, then I will move us over to staff updates. Director Rodenbeck is acting as city administrator. Do you have anything you'd like to update us on, Director Rodenbeck?
I think Director Schrage is actually going to give a couple updates on some public works items.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Mayor, Council, just an update as we move into the month of October. October is a reduced rate yard waste collection that will be collected every Monday, not every other Monday, through the month of October and November, so just keep that in mind. In addition to that, generally later this month, we'll see requests come in for our leaf vac service. That is $50 service for vacuuming up leaves adjacent to your property. With that, keep in mind that our compost facility is free to the citizens of Cedar Falls, located off North Main. The hours for the compost facility is 7:30 a.m. to dusk. My second item is public information meeting for the Main Street reconstruction project. That'll be the public information meeting number 2. Regarding that project, that'll be held here at the community center tomorrow night from 5:30 to 7 p.m.
Okay, thank you very much. Any other staff updates tonight? Okay, then that takes us over to old business. Item 4 is passing ordinance 3016, amending Chapter 2 administration of the Code of Ordinances relative to the adoption of revised City Council meeting procedures upon its third and final consideration. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and seconded. Any discussion from the council on this? And any from the public? Okay, so motion and seconded and requires a roll call vote.
DeBoer.
Aye.
Cruz.
Aye.
Harding.
Aye.
Ganfield.
Aye.
Sires.
Aye.
Dunn.
Aye.
Schultz.
Aye.
All voting aye, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. And then over to 5, passing ordinance 3017, amending Chapter 23 Traffic and Motor Vehicles of the Code of Ordinances relative to prohibiting parking on certain portions of Utility Parkway upon its third and final consideration. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and seconded. Any council discussion on this? Okay, seeing none. Any from the public? Okay, so motion and seconded and also requires a roll call vote.
DeBoer.
Aye.
Cruz.
Aye.
Harding.
Aye.
Ganfield.
Aye.
Sires.
Aye.
Dunn.
Aye.
Schultz.
Aye.
All voting aye, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That takes us over to the consent calendar, where these items will be acted upon by a voice vote on a single motion without separate discussion, unless someone from the council or public requests that a specific item be considered separately. Does any council member request to pull an item 6 through 10? Seeing none, does anyone from the public wish to pull an item 6 through 10? Okay, seeing none, then it's been motioned and seconded, or excuse me, I will entertain a motion.
So moved.
Yeah, for 6 through 10, okay.
Second.
Motion and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Okay, so that passes. That takes us over to the resolution calendar, where these items also will be acted upon by a roll call vote on a single motion without separate discussion, unless someone from the council or public requests that a specific item be considered separately. Does any council member request to pull an item 11 through 15? Okay, seeing none, does anyone from the public wish to pull an item 11 through 15? Okay, so I'll need a motion for approval of 11 through 15.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and seconded, and requires a roll call vote.
DeBoer.
Aye.
Cruz.
Aye.
Harding.
Aye.
Gamfield.
Aye.
Sires.
Aye.
Dunn.
Aye.
Schultz.
Aye.
All voting aye, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. And that takes us over to ordinances, which is item 16, passing an ordinance amending Chapter 24 Utilities of the Code of Ordinances relative to establishing the 27th Street Sanitary Sewer Extension Project upon its first consideration. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and seconded. I'll ask for council, does anyone desire to hear the presentation on this, or was it clear in your packet? It was very straightforward, I thought. Okay, so is anyone from the public wish to speak on the item? And then for council, any comments or before the vote? Okay, so it's been motioned and seconded to pass this ordinance for Chapter 24 of the 27th Street Sanitary Sewer Extension District upon its first consideration, and this requires a roll call vote.
DeBoer.
Aye.
Cruz.
Aye.
Harding.
Aye.
Gamfield.
Aye.
Sires.
Aye.
Dunn.
Aye.
Schultz.
Aye.
All voting aye, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. And now we'll entertain a motion for allowing bills and claims for October 3rd, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and seconded. Any council discussion on it?
No.
Any from the public? Okay, so it's been motioned and seconded for allowing bills and claims and requires a roll call vote.
DeBoer.
Aye.
Cruz.
Aye.
Harding.
Aye.
Gamfield.
Aye.
Sires.
Aye.
Dunn.
Aye.
Schultz.
Aye.
All voting aye, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That takes us over to council referrals. Does any council member request to bring a referral forward tonight?
Mr. Mayor.
Councilmember Cruz, go ahead.
Last week, or 2 weeks ago, for last council meeting, I wanted to suggest rotating council updates ahead of council referrals to facilitate possibly streamlining events where somebody has a question or an update that would trigger a referral, and we could make it more efficient and take care of it all in one council session.
Okay, so do I understand right that would you want a motion to amend the council meeting procedures then to change the order?
That sounds like the way to do it.
Okay, so
Point of order. You would have to make a motion to refer that to go somewhere, not actually motion to do
right.
that.
Yeah, we couldn't take the action tonight.
Okay.
So it would be, I'm just thinking about it, probably the most appropriate place would be to send it to the admin committee. No, the Finance and Business Operations Committee for discussion.
Or committee of the whole.
Try not to use committee of the whole if I can help it. Just
Okay.
have the handle, I try to get most everything handled by the committees. So,
Okay. Finance and business operations it is.
okay, so it's been motioned to send to Finance and Business Operations a consideration of switching the order of council updates and council referrals. Is there a second?
Second.
It's been seconded. Any discussion? Okay, seeing none, the motion and seconded. And all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Nay.
So 1 nay, 6 ayes. So that will go to the FBO committee for discussion in a future meeting. Any other referrals tonight?
Mr. Mayor.
Yes, Councilor Cruz.
It might be more of a clarification possibly of the previous referral, but there was the referral made last time on supermajority to simple majority, overruling committee votes. And there was a mention of the state legislators having changed that, but there wasn't specific information when that took place. If it would be possible to get specifics when that took place in the state legislative session to add to that referral process.
So is that just informational? Is that an issue at all to add that in? I believe that's coming up. We have a hearing soon, or this next meeting?
17.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, 17th, we just
Set
said
the
it.
date.
yep. So, yeah, I think it'd be just a friendly note. I have no concerns about that.
So we're adding that to the previous referral?
Correct.
If this referral motion passes?
Correct.
Because the referral's already been made, so it's
Right.
it's set. So if we're going to amend the referral, then we need to take formal action to do that.
But are we amending the referral? We're just asking
Well-
for some additional information as part of it, right?
I'm confused because we discussed it at a committee meeting, and so just tonight, we set the public hearing for the next meeting on that matter. So you just want to see if we can find that information to put in the staff report in the packet?
Just to add the data
Yeah.
in? Okay,
Details.
We'll see what we can find.
okay.
Well,
So it wouldn't be a referral, it'd just be looking for extra.
that's why I was wondering,
Okay,
clarification of a referral.
all right. Any referrals, other referrals tonight? Okay, so moving over to council updates and announcements. Do we have any updates or announcements we want to present tonight?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Councilmember Cyrus.
I just have a couple questions on the parking downtown. It's not a big deal. It probably Chief Birdie or Howard, either one. On Saturdays, is it the same as all the rest of the week? The 4 hours or 3 hours? And does it go out further than just Main Street? I just need a little clarification. Because, I was going to say, she may know.
Either Jackie or myself can
Yeah.
answer, but yeah, so what is enforced on Saturdays is just like any other day. So if there's signs that say 3-hour parking, 1 hour, 15-minute, whatever the various ones, it's the same on Saturday as it is any of the other days. And we have a map, I know on our website, we can sure get to that map to Mr. Sires of, what those
Does it,
shows that locations of where 3-hour is. It shows that map of downtown.
does it stop at Washington Street when it comes to,
Must be Washington, yeah.
and then from there on, it's as long as you want to park?
Yes,
I-
correct. Yeah, I was
my
trying to think if there's
curiosity
any
was-
exceptions, yeah.
Was when she had turned and parked on a side street, and that was still 3 hours and just in the first block. So that if she'd have gone another 100 feet,
Correct.
then she could have parked there all day.
Yep. And like I said, we have a map of those different locations
Okay.
right on our website, colored map, or we can get somebody a map if we need to.
Sounds good. All right, thank you very much.
Anything else for tonight? Okay, then I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you very much. Have a great night.